Okay, I believe we are live. Joe Batron here, coming to you Tuesday night, December 2nd, 2014, 23 days away from Christmas. I'm going to check and make sure everybody can hear me, and then we're live, and then we'll roll with it. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Can everybody hear me? Guys, let me know if you can hear me or not. Just go ahead and type in the chat and let me know that I'm coming through clear and you guys can see me on the screen. Lindsay's at a ball game. She's going to try and pop in if she's not home too late, and some of the other leaders have something going on. So I am here for you to make sure that I give you a good, fresh overview. Mary Riley, I see a yes. Does that mean you can hear me and you can see me? Okay, Alyssa says yes. All right, cool. I cannot hear anything. Erica, everybody else can hear, I believe. Alicia says yes. You might want to refresh your screen, Erica, if you can't see me, or you might have the mute turned on. Amy can hear me. Okay, cool. All right, guys, you got me tonight here. Normally there's 4 or 5 of us. I'm going to give you a quick little run through as to who I am, how I found this. I'll pop into Z&Z and I'll show you how the program works. If you're already in, this will be a little refresher course for you. If you were invited here by someone, basically Z&Z is an advertising platform. They're a promotions company. I like using Netflix as an example. Netflix is a company that puts out a trial offer. They give you a free month. You check it out. You like it. You keep it. You don't. You cancel it. Companies like Netflix are constantly doing things like that so that they can generate business. They know they have a larger percentage of people will keep their service if they actually get to try it before they commit to any kind of a long-term agreement or purchasing or so on and so forth. So these companies are always doing things like that. We see their TV commercials. We see their banner ads all over the internet. We hear their radio commercials. They pay for advertising. What we do is we are an extension of that. We provide an advertising service. Z&Z, for the name of the company is Zip Not a Zilch, LLC. They are based out of Wichita Falls, Texas. They've been in business since 2007, July of 2007, as a matter of fact. They've paid out over $9 million to people like you and I that are sitting at home helping them as part of their advertising team to put the word out. Their website is an advertising platform. I'm going to go in and show you this kind of stuff. I'm just giving you a little premise of what this is about, how the money's generated, because a lot of people don't realize that it's real, or how are we sitting here at home trying to make money online. So I'm going to kind of give you the premise of how it works and why it works, and then I'm going to go in and show you that it works. So that basically, like I said, they're paying out money for advertising. Z&Z says, hey, we've got an entire advertising force. You guys can come and advertise on our website. We're going to bring in 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, however many people are coming in to take a look at this. There's been over 1 million people that have signed up on Z&Z1 alone. So that should just tell you one thing, and that's just the people that signed up. So there's even a broader number of people that have seen it. So our job basically is to get advertising out there. That's where you see our ads. We say, hey, copy and paste online, make money from home. Realistically, that's all you're doing. Are there things that you're going to have to learn? Yes. It also says work from home. So are there things that you're going to have to do? Absolutely. You know, you don't go to a job and sit there for 8 hours and they hand you a chunk of money when you walk out the door. You have to go in and work. You perform either a service or you have a product where you produce a product and you market it so that you can bring in money for that. That's the same thing here. So we provide an advertising service by saying, hey, come check this out. Look at these companies that are advertising on our website. We do that. People do trial offers just by virtue of either wanting to be part of the business or if they see something they like, they want to try it out. That generates money. That company then pays Z&Z a commission. Z&Z says, hey, Joe, that great job. Here's your $100. If they went through and they completed the different programs. I'll show you that in just a moment. So, that's kind of how and where. Companies pay money for advertising. We provide an advertising service. They are all come together on one website. It enables me to work from home and make money. It allows me to help you. Obviously, I'm sitting here teaching for the team, and I'm teaching people that are new what this is and how it works. It allows us to help you create a business right there at your fingertips from your house on your computer that you can produce $100 bills over and over and over again. And like I said, it's not, click here and sit back and your bank account's magically going to fill up. There's work to do. We have to get ads out in front of people and an abundance of people that they're going to inquire. We got to provide them with information. We show them what the website's all about, and they make a decision. There's 3 things they can do. Nothing. They can do a couple of little trials and become a potential customer, which these companies then pay out a commission and you get paid. And if they want to be an agent and they complete both programs, then you get paid as well. So that's the how and why it works. A little background on myself. I was in real estate for 12 years, licensed in life and health insurance, grew up in the restaurant industry. I've owned a couple of businesses. I've always been kind of entrepreneurial, but even when I was in the real estate business, I did 99 deals in 4.5 years, and I made a lot of money, and I also made a lot of mistakes along the way, growing and trying to build Rome in a day or do things too fast. Learned a lot of lessons. Even when I had made a lot of money and I was doing really well at different points in my life, it still didn't feel complete. It still felt like I didn't have my freedom because you're always kind of stuck. You're under that, umbrella of you got to go out and find the next deal. And I'm not saying that this is different. This just gives you the flexibility, and this is also just the front door. This leads to many different things that we won't get into tonight. As you get in, it'd be overwhelming to kind of tell you that, hey, there's 3 or 4 or 5 different companies that you can actually do this with, or variations of different things and make money. This is the front door. This is the easiest thing to learn. They pay out every day within 24 hours, so it's easy for you to touch money. Most people, when they come across something like this, they don't want to spend a lot of money. They don't have a lot of time, and they're really hurting to make cash fast. Excuse me. Those are some of the things that kind of got me excited. I've seen many of these companies where they want you to sell their products or service, and whatever you do by the end of this month, you get paid for on like the 20th of next month. I mean, then you're sitting here going, wait, that's 7 weeks away. What am I going to do next week to feed the kids? So, when I realized I could touch money real quickly, that was one of the things that really got me excited about this program and the simplicity of it. It's really just helping companies advertise. We copy and paste ads. People want to know what it is. We give them some information. We send them to the website. They check it out. They make a decision. A percentage of them will, a percentage of them won't. These companies are paying legitimate money for advertising dollars. There's billions and billions of dollars being paid. And without this program, you can go to any one of these sites by yourself and you can do a trial offer. Here's the difference. They're not going to pay you to go do a trial offer. You could simply tell people about it like you're already doing now. I like and share things on Facebook and make comments. I put funny stuff out there. I relate some of it to the business. Some of it I'm just having a good time because I work from home online and I can do that. It's really not anything different than you're already doing and liking and sharing. And you find a good deal or you go to the store, especially now it's the holidays, so you see something that's on sale, you're making a phone call or you're talking to a friend or you're telling somebody online, wow, you wouldn't believe the deal I just seen or the deal I just got. We don't do anything different. That's all what it is. Hey, here's a deal. Here's an opportunity that's legit that you get involved in. If it's something that suits your needs and being able to work from home, you work on your own schedule. You can make as much money as you want as long as you do the work and you produce the results. We make $100 per referral. There's no limit on how many referrals you can make in a day. So despite what your situation is or what your circumstances are, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I stumbled into this on Twitter and said, got no scratch to get started. Check out Scratch Marketing. I had left a job that I was with for 7 years. I'd gotten frustrated and fed up, and I spent the year bouncing around trying to find something, figure something out, and I seen this tweet on Twitter, and it led me to a presentation that told me a lot of similar things that I'm telling you right now. So I was curious, and I was also skeptical. You know, it's like, you see a lot of really good things, and it's advertising. We're not gonna, we're not gonna say a bunch of bad things. It's we're gonna put out a lot of the good things and the advantages, and you really need to have that type of mindset, anyways. If you're constantly running around in your life looking for the bad, guess what? You're gonna find bad things. If you focus on the good things and you focus on where you're going and what you want to achieve in your life, you'll find you have a different attitude, a different perspective, and all of a sudden different things start coming out of nowhere or occurring or happening for you because you're moving forward in a positive direction. And that's kind of a very important key with that as well. I'm going to jump in here, and give me just a second here, and I'll share my screen, but I want to pull up the company and show you what's happening. Also, Amy, if you can help me in the background, if you're not too busy with any kind of questions, maybe you got me on Facebook, catch my attention, because it's just me tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and pop back and forth. I was just reading somebody who said something about not being able to see, but I think they got that taken care of. Okay, let me go back here and share my screen. All right, as I said, the company's name is ZNZ. I'm going to pop in. I'm going to show you ZNZ1 and ZNZ Big Cash, and I'm going to show you the advertising platform and how I'll give you a kind of a brief rundown of how it works. I'll reiterate some of the things that I had just gone over, and then we will full screen. I like that effect. As it bounces out. Almost want to do an echo. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Did I go through? Okay, cool. All right. This is ZNZ1. This is the initial page that you go into when you log in. I should probably log out and just log back in. Let me do that. So I want to go over how we get paid and how that part works of it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and log out here. I'm going to go ahead and log out here. Doesn't want to cooperate. I just saw Valley on the main screen. For some reason, it's not letting me log out. Bear with me, please. Nope. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Now we're logged out. Okay, so when you first go through and you come to ZNZ, you're going to see the front page like this. It's going to kind of give you an idea of how it works. It's going to show you some offers. You really need to log in to get the specific offers. This actually works in 3 different countries. It works in the United States, it works in Canada, and it works in the UK. And the reason that it works that way is because of the fact that there are companies in those countries that are willing to pay for advertising for people that live in those countries to try out their products and services. The same way I explained it to you initially, that's why it works in Canada. There's companies there that are looking for Canadian customers, and the UK as well. They're not as prevalent. They're a lot more of a limited selection, and it does cost a little bit more to get started if you're in Canada or you're in the UK. I'll go over that in just a moment here. What I wanted to show you is ZNZ is a parent website, znzzipnotazilch.com. They have different advertising programs. We work the 2 most popular programs, ZNZ1, as you can see right here. We have several different options. They classify what they do for us, the compensation, as a gift. I believe it has something to do with the state of Texas or where they're at, and just how they have to classify it. Most people will choose PayPal as their gift. When you hold your mouse over PayPal, it says cash is deposited right into your PayPal account with no fees, $20 per referral. They're giving a $5 bonus. So when you sign up for this, if you choose to get paid with PayPal as your gift, you will get a $20 cash deposit in there plus a $5 bonus. So you get $25 cash. I say that because everybody's probably advertising the $100 per referral. I'm going to show you the second one as well, where we're making 75 bucks. PayPal's not the only option. You can choose a check if you like. Checks are cut once a week, and you have to have a minimum of 2 referrals to get a check. It's still going to be a $20 payout, but you'd have to have 2 referrals, so you'd have to have 40 bucks coming before they would do that. Payza is something similar to PayPal. It's going to pay $20. It's basically a competitor of PayPal. They're just not as large or widely used or widely known. As I said, majority of the people that we work with, and myself included, for 2.5 years, I like PayPal. If I get a deal today, tomorrow, when I submit to get paid on it tomorrow morning, the money's sitting in my PayPal account usually before I wake up. They do have additional gifts. If you wanted a 16 gig iPhone 5C, it's 24 referrals, which would be 20 times 24, $480. You could probably find a little bit of a good deal online if you checked around. The 16 gig iPad is 22 referrals. As I said, I prefer cash. I'm in this to make the money. That's what I want to do. So then when you come down here, it's going to say you're being referred by a user. Mine says not, because I'm already a member and I'm part of the system. So when you're logging in from the system that somebody referred you, it's going to be in green. It's going to say you're being referred by user number, whatever the number is, and you want to make sure that that's the person that you're signing up with. Double check with them. Hey, I'm getting ready to sign up. Is this your number? You put in your email address. It's free. Z&Z never charges you a dime to work with them. You'll never put in any credit card payment information or anything for Z&Z. Don't confuse that with the companies that are on the offers. Okay, Z&Z is saying, hey, come advertise with us. Be part of our advertising team. You can sign up for free. We're never going to charge anything. We already got the entire setup. We need people that can use the word of mouth, internet, fly, anything you want to do, any way you want to put the word out to get somebody to come log into this and check it out is what you want to do. They're not charging you anything to get for that setup. The companies that we're doing the trial offers with are the companies that we're doing business with. If we do an offer and we're given any kind of payment information, we give it to them. So I'll log in and I'll show you that right now. But you never pay Z&Z anything. For 2.5 years, I did a few trials, and I am still sitting here making money at home. I don't pay them anything at all. All right, let's log back in here. Now, you saw the front part of that, and I showed you that because I wanted you to understand how we get paid and the fact that we get paid cash. Okay, PayPal is free to sign up with at paypal.com. They will also give you a debit card that will allow you to spend just like your bank card, okay, at your bank. As you can see here on the top in the middle here on 4/28/12, 2012, April 28th, I told you I had seen a tweet on Twitter. Paul Marks at Yahoo was my sponsor for this program and is actually a really good friend of mine. He lives in Seattle. I've been to his house. We're doing business together. Aside from that, like I said, this is kind of just a front door to the opportunities that are available for you, but this allows you to touch cash very, very quickly. Don't want to get too far down and get people's personal information here. Right here, you can see across the bottom of the screen, it says your referrals. Total referrals signed up, 1,792 people I have signed up for the ZNZ1 program over that 2.5 years. I'm not a prodigy. I don't have any special skills. You know what I am? I have a lot of heart. I have a lot of passion, a lot of drive, and a lot of things that I want to accomplish. So I made a commitment to myself and to my daughter and my family when I got started with this that I was going to do whatever it took. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain once in a while, you know, when you're going through the initial setup process. You might not understand everything. You might have a bad day, but you know what? At the end of the day, I work for myself. I'm working for my family, and I made a commitment to me. I didn't make a commitment to Z&Z. I can walk away anytime. I don't pay them anything. I don't have to do anything. I didn't make a commitment to any of these companies themselves. It's to my family, and that's kind of the way you need to approach this. All right. These are some of the offers and some of the companies that are advertising on here. You've got the Disney Book Club, Disney Movie Club, Video Stripe, Freester has something that's associated with Walmart. In there, you have creditreport.com, Pencil Language Learning. When you know something like this, this is Bees and Penny Auctions. If you want to do something like that, Elmo's Learning Adventures, Dr. Seuss. These are really great because they send you books for the kids. I'm a big proponent of kids and books and reading and things of that nature. A couple other creditreport.com here. This is a muscle accelerator, a nutrition product that they're letting you try out, like $5.95. Okay, the way this works is each of these have a credit value. See, this is 0.70, 0.40, 0.60. All they ask you to do, you don't ever pay anything. You got to get one credit. Okay, I did Privacy Guard back on the 29th of April in 2012, and I got my one credit on this. It's changed a little bit. They're not one full credit. You got to do a couple small ones. But I mean, if you click, here's another little trick of the trade here, right above the page numbers. If you click cost and then you click refresh, it brings all of the free and low cost offers to the front page. All right. Gamefly, obviously, you know, that's a very reputable company. Discover's on here somewhere as well. This just basically says, hey, you know, try it out. If it's a, this is a 30-day trial. So what they ask you to do is try it out for 25 days. You know, a little over 3 weeks, try it out, order a couple games, you know, if you like it, keep it. If you don't, cancel it. All right. Same thing over here. This is a free, it's half your credit. Okay, so 0.50, this is completely free. It's just basically getting your credit score. You're going to go in and fill out your information. They're going to give you a score. You're going to check it out for, we would have to tap into it. It doesn't say how long the trial period is for. Most of the time, the credit report's going to be for like a week. That one right there is 0.30. If I wanted to do this one as well, it's 0.50 for free, $1, 0.30. Okay, so there's another one here. Here, let's just take it right across the board. Both of these are free. It's 0.70, so it doesn't cost you a dime to do those. And then you spend $1 on this 0.30. These three trials that would take you 5-8 minutes apiece would give you your one credit for $1 is what it costs you to get started. And now you have a business with Z&Z1 where every time you refer somebody, you're entitled to get $25 on the program there, and they pay you the next day, as I was mentioning. They don't have, oh, you know what, it's the second of the month. There will be a section right here that'll say December's promotions, and it shows you, I was going to click in and show you the $5 bonus that they give with Z&Z1. The second program that we work is called Z&Z Big Cash, and I'm going to come in from here, I believe. All right. My computer's moving slow with the video that's happening here. You tap in on the group. Oops, what's this? Private message. I'll have to catch up with you a little bit later, Deborah. Sorry. Okay. Is everybody still able to hear? Everybody still following along? You guys still awake? I haven't bored you to death. Okay. Z&Z Big Cash. This is the second program we work. The first one pays us $25. This one is paying a base of $60. Okay, so when I hold it over the PayPal right here, you have the same options. It pays $60 base, and then it pays a bonus every single month. Okay, it's a 25% bonus this month, which is another $15. I've never gotten less than $72, and I've gotten as much as $84. So you have a $60 base, and then the bonus is $15. So you're getting $75 for Z&Z Big Cash. The 75 here, along with the 25 on the other program, is the $100 that you're seeing. The majority of us that you're seeing ads saying, "Hey, come make $100 a day, $200 a day." There's plenty of us that are making that kind of money. This is about consistency, is really what it is. No, you don't have to live on your computer, and to try and get everything done. I'm going to be very frank with you, though. It is work. It's a little trying at times. Most of the time, the biggest thing is getting out of our own way, because we look for instant gratification. We want it to happen immediately. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to come in and come on fire. I've had people that have signed up and said, "Okay, I got 2 people that wanted to do this as well, and they're signed up underneath me. What do I do with them?" So you can very easily do something like that. We're going to teach you how to take ads and just little text ads like you've seen, or little picture ads, and put them out, get them in front of people to where they're going to say, "Hey, what is this? How can I do that?" And then they're going to come in here and they're going to check it out. So we do a lot of different things. Like I said, this basically helps you. It helps me. It helps all these companies right here gain potential customers, so they're going to pay the advertising money for it. It helps Z&Z bring in money so that they have a flourishing company, and there's also money to pay you your commissions the next day. Z&Z actually waits 30 to 60 days on their money, but they make sure that we get paid within 24 hours. Okay, they also have outstanding, superior customer service. There's about 5 guys that handle it, and they do their best to get back to you on your support tickets within an hour or two, 24/7. Sometimes on Sundays, during the game, they may not get back to you as quickly. Who knows what they're doing in the office on a Sunday afternoon, but they are fantastic. They do a great job. This one right here, there's no different. Now what it is, let me explain the difference to you. Number one, they pay us more money. So because they're paying us 3 times the amount of money, we got to do a couple extra little trials. The same trial over there that was worth 0.30 on ZNZ1 may only be worth 0.10 over here, because they're paying out more money. So as you can see, I did privacy guard on the other one to get my 1 credit. These one were smaller ones. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think even 7, because I went over. Yeah, I went over by 10. I wasn't doing my math, or I probably didn't care. I just wanted to get them all taken care of so I can get ready and go to work. You can see I found it the night of the 28th. It was probably about 10 o'clock at night, and then the next morning I had all this done, or the next day I should say, because it looks like I did them the next evening, time-wise, when they were completed. But you get 1 credit. I did this 2.5 years ago. I did this on April 29th, 2012. This thing continues to pay me. It continues pumping out $75 payments. The other one continues pumping out $25 payments. And all I'm doing is copying and pasting ads, and I go a little bit above and beyond. I'm sitting here on a Tuesday night on a video, talking to you guys and trying to teach you how this works and why it works. These companies want somebody to try their stuff out. When somebody tries it out, they're willing to pay money. They pay Z&Z the money. Z&Z says, "Joe, you did an awesome job. Here's some money for you. Thanks for helping us build the team. Thanks for being a valuable part of a valuable asset that's bringing in business to the company." And that's another thing that I want to kind of point out to you guys is that I'm going to pop back over here and take off the screen sharing. This is where people, I think, have a big disconnect when, sorry, my computer's taking forever. I figured I'd be back on the screen by now. Because it's the internet and it's something different. Most of us have grown up, going to a building, a job, or, some of us, I worked with a cleaning service as a kid. We bounced around. We did fire and flood restorations and things of that nature. My dad was a floor installer. I did that. So you go to different jobs, or you're used to going to a traditional job and having to work a certain amount of time and go, you make your money and then you go home. There it is. Okay, cool. with this, because of the fact that it's online, it's virtual. It's you see it on the screen, and it's more in your mind, and it's digital. So a lot of people have that disconnect. They don't view it the same way. I treat this like a job. You know what I'm saying? It's like I probably work harder for myself than I do for other people. Now I'm not always. I spend a lot of time online, but Z&Z is not the only company I work with. I mentioned some other things. I'm not going to get into that. It's not what we're here for tonight. So the money that I do make with Z&Z is part time, and it's not all the money that I make. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Okay, this can go anywhere you want it to go. It's about you. Okay, this is real. It's live. Netflix and CreditReport.com and Discover Card and Freester, all those companies are going to still be there. They're still going to be putting out advertising. They're still going to be paying money, whether you do anything or not. So, by you contributing and you helping, I've brought in 1,792 people that have come in and signed up for that program and checked everything out. That's quite substantial over that period of time. So I've done my contribution, and I've been rewarded for that as well. They're still going to be, if I don't do anything tomorrow, they're still going to be in business. They're still going to be making money. They're still going to be paying commissions. So this isn't about, although it's about them gaining business, it really comes down to you. It's real. I'm here. Normally there'd be 4 or 5 or 6 of us, but that's also part of the team because you're not doing this by yourself. And a lot of people get scared when they're looking to go into business and they're looking at something that's new, something they've never done before. They're like, well, how am I going to figure all this out? Number one, the person that invited you, if it were myself or whether it's Amy or Lindsay or Mary or Corey or Rhonda or Lisa or Sherry, we all work together. We all work as a team. There are over 615 of us in our Z&Z Solutions group on Facebook. Please don't go and request to join because unless you complete the programs and you're an agent and you're involved, because we've built an entire information system. If you guys have already gone and seen the videos, we have that system available for you. You plug right into it. You don't need any special skills. You don't need to build a website. You don't need to know anything other than follow directions, do as you're told, okay? And I don't say that in a negative way. We've already made all these mistakes. If I'm a mentor and I'm a teacher, I'm here teaching you guys this stuff. If I've gone through 1,792 people that have signed up, I've gone through over 15,000 people that have said, hey, Joe, can you tell me what's going on with this? I'm going to tell you what you need to do for your business to be successful because I've already made those mistakes. So I'm going to lead you in a different direction. Lindsay is another one. We've built an entire website. You have probably 100 or better videos. You've got hundreds of hours of things that we've studied over the years. We didn't have a system like this, but we wanted to help people. We wanted to make sure that we were being genuine to ourselves and genuine to our people. And we said, hey, we're going to help you make money. Here I am on a Tuesday night. You can invite anybody that you want to come and see this. In this system, you get your own special code, and then they can sign up right below the video, hint, if they wanted to, and they're automatically linked to you. So we've put that in place for you. We've got all the explanation in the information system. They're going to put in their name and their email because they want additional information, and then they're going to go to a video with somebody that's actually Lindsay, my partner there, that I've been working with since I came in to this business 2.5 years ago. She's now coming on her 3-year anniversary. But we've explained that because you're not going to know all this in the beginning. You don't have to know it. The only thing you have to know is copy and paste. You need to, there are some things you're going to learn. I don't mean to completely dumb it down, but it's basically copying and pasting and following directions. We even give you little scripts and ideas of things to say because you're going to be brand new. You're not going to know how to tell the story. But you can copy and paste an ad and you can put it out there and somebody says, hey, what is this? You can copy and paste some information and you can send an email and you can follow up and say, hey, John, I just wanted to touch base with you. You mentioned that you were looking to get to work and you're looking for something right away. There's a couple weeks before Christmas. Is there something I can do to help you? It's as simple as a 10-second email to follow up. People are going to ask you questions, and all you're doing is referring them to the information. It's just the numbers in the cycle. You know what I'm saying? You send them in to check it out. And like I said, some people are going to do absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, a larger percent of the people do absolutely nothing. They say they want to make money. They say they need to do these things for their family. and it's right there in front of you. Okay, it cost me $15 to do those trials. I showed you just now where you could do the first program for $1. All the excuses just went out the door. You're either not interested in doing something like this, which is totally fine. I told you I've gone through 15,000 people, and 1,792 of them have signed up. So not everybody's going to do it. That's okay. And you know what? I'm cool with that because we get paid $100 a pop. I don't need 1,000 people to sign up right away. I'd like to. I mean, I'd love $100 times 1,000. Who wouldn't? But you don't need to have a ton of people signing up for you to be making $100 a day as one person a day. And you're talking about the internet. We're going to teach you how to get a couple hundred ads out in front of thousands of people, and then it's a filtering process. Like I said, some do something, nothing, some do a couple trials and end up becoming customers, and some of them will actually want to become agents, and they'll go to work, and you'll work with them. They'll be part of the team, they'll be part of the group, they'll be here. Sunday night we do a training for the new members. Once in a while, depending on how many people are available, we do Thursday nights, because this is something we don't get paid for this, guys. I'm not getting paid to sit here and talk to you. I mean, I'm getting paid because my work that I put out and people are messaging me and inquiring in my businesses. And that's another thing that this allows you to do. Not everything's automated. This is social media, so you've got to show you're a real person. That's why I'm sitting here on the screen on Tuesday night talking to you guys and helping you out. So people want to know that it's real. They want to know that you can make money. They want to know that it's something that's stable. This company's been around for quite some time, but I have 150 ads going out today, and it took me about 15 minutes to set it up. I'm able to leverage my time with that. Now those 150 ads are sitting there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether I'm online or not. My ads are sitting there on the internet, whether they're on Craigslist, whether they're on Twitter, whether they're on Facebook, whether they're on LinkedIn, whether I'm doing something on Empire Avenue, whether I'm using IBO Toolbox, whether I'm using Backpage, MySpace, thousands of classifieds. I basically just gave you kind of a rundown. Pinterest is another way. There's so many ways that you can get things out there that people are looking at and checking out and liking and sharing. That's it. Copying and pasting and sharing, and you're making new friends and you're chatting with people. That's really what it boils down to. In the process of doing that, you bring these companies, people to try out their products and services. They thank you by paying out commissions. Z&Z says, great job. Bam, there's cash in your account the next morning. So it really comes back down to you. And like I said, I didn't make a commitment to Z&Z. A lot of, some of the people do keep the trial offers. You're not required. You get your credit. I didn't keep any of the trial offers when I got started. Yet I've brought in 1,792 people. I've brought in a lot of business for the company, and I want to get back to making the point of the disconnect on the internet. We provide a service. I bring people in that sign up for the company, and they do a trial offer, and they get that one credit for the program there. I create an action. I'm creating a result. I'm working by putting out my ads consistently. I answer people's questions. I come on and I teach. You don't have to teach this. We've already got it set up for you. You can just be a team member. You can be on here. You can take this to any level that you want. We have people that are making nothing because they're sitting around trying to learn everything, and they're not taking action. They're not following the directions. They're not doing what we want to do, or what we're telling them to do, that we've done to become successful. And I'm going to bring it right back down to you. We have people on here that are making $600 to $1,000 a week, every single week. We've got people that are a little bit bigger hitters, a little bit more experienced marketers that have come into this program and are making over $10,000 a month. There is no limit, and it is only the beginning. So if you're serious about finding something legitimate, and I've been looking since 2007. I paid for some programs to try and learn, and 6-8 months later quit paying for them because I was more confused about what I had to do than when I started. And a lot of times there's just too much too soon. That's where a lot of challenges have come for in business with me, and a lot of different things that I've done, taking on too much too soon or having to do too much before you're really, I'm much more advanced 2.5 years later than I was already playing around and doing things online, but I'm a much more advanced businessman and marketer, and the different traits and things that I like to do. I do graphic design as well online. So, you learn that kind of process, but there are a lot of these other programs require you to do too many things at once. This is something that you come in, you sign up, you knock out a couple of trial offers, and don't make it about the trials. Everybody kind of makes it a big pain about the trials. I did them one time 2.5 years ago. It took me all of about an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours. Big deal. Think about the jobs that you have and what kind of work you're doing now. You've got to take your kids to daycare. You've got to pay for gas. You've got to have a certain uniform. I grew up in the restaurant business. We had to have non-slip shoes, black slacks, white Oxford button-down collared shirts, pressed with your crease on your sleeves, wearing black socks. I mean, you walk in the door as an adult and you're saying, well, let me show me your socks and make sure you're wearing black socks. Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm not wearing any socks right now, and I'm working for myself at home, and that's because I can. So, don't make it about the trials. Don't make it, it's not about money. Don't think for a minute that you don't have to spend money to go to that job. I got a job. I spent $30 on the non-slip shoes. I spent $50 on a couple cheap pair of black slacks, $17 per shirt. I got 3 shirts, $51 for my shirts. And then I spent gas money for a week going back and forth. Okay. And then they allowed me to get on the floor. I was a bartender and a server for a large seafood corporation. I won't mention their name. Probably not hard to figure out. They're the biggest in the world. But it cost me like over 100, $150 to get the job. And I didn't make money for a week or two. This is, you drive through the drive-through at McDonald's and drop 15, $20 in a heartbeat and don't even think twice about it. This is a viable business that's real, that pumps out $100 bills, folks. If you're hurting and you need money, then the only thing stopping you is you. There's no excuses. I showed you for $1 you can get started. You can go get started and start advertising that first program, make your first deal, take that $25 and pay for the other one. You've started this entire thing for $1. Seriously, go find that somewhere else that's real, that's viable. Look at what you have. This is a tremendous opportunity. If you're coming here looking at this saying, I need money for Christmas, well, you know what? There's 22 days till Christmas Eve. That means you best get busy. You best be serious, and you best make a commitment to yourself and to your family. I'm working hard right now. You know why? Because I'm going to work hard for a couple weeks, and then I'm going to lay back for Christmas and New Year's and be lazy because I can, and I'll probably still have money coming in from my other things that I'm doing because I've worked and I've built that up. So it's what you put into it. People are like, well, how much do I have to do? Well, what do you want? I want a nice life. I want nice things. I've been able to take my laptop and travel all over the country. I'm up here in Minnesota at my daughter's new apartment. I live in Florida, but I can take my laptop anywhere I want to go. As a matter of fact, I'm shooting out to Seattle after this, out to my partner, Steve, the guy that I found this with. Him and I are working on another project. But those are some of the benefits and the things that you can do. You want your freedom. I wanted freedom and peace of mind. I wanted the freedom to live my life the way I want to live it. And I don't have everything that I want yet. I'm working on it. But I have my freedom. I get up when I want to get up. I go where I want to go. I do what I want to do. I have money to spend. And I wanted the peace of mind of knowing I could take care of my family and pay my bills, so I can do that. I can get up and go and do whatever I want right now. You may not be able to do that overnight. I've been working my tail off for 2.5 years because I made a commitment that I wanted to do this. They say an entrepreneur is willing to do something for a short period of time that most people won't, so they can live the rest of their life like most people can't. Are you willing to commit to yourself and your family for 6 months to a year to build a life with those things in mind? Freedom. Work when you want to work. I mean, you have to work. I mean, you have to produce. I'm not saying it's just going to be automatic and you're going to live happily ever after, but I'm saying you can get there quickly and you can do it on your terms. We work on our own schedule, so if your kid's got ball games, Lindsay's at the ball game tonight. We're a team. I'm covering it. Okay, so if you got a ball games or you got recitals or you got dance or you got church functions, you go take care of that. You go live your life. and then you jump on, you leverage your time. You get to an hour or two or three, you put out 20, 30, 40 ads, whatever you can, and then you respond to whatever messages. You can use your phone. You can't use your phones to run the business, to do the business and starting up or doing the trials. If you're going to do the trials, make sure you're using Firefox. If you're just, or make sure you're making sure you're telling your people to use Firefox so they get the proper crediting. They need to know it's real. I had to send in my ID to show them I'm a real person. Once you make $600 by federal law, you then have to claim it on your taxes, and we sign what's called a W-9, and it's a tax form that says, okay, Joe Batron's working with Z&Z, and every time they pay me anything over $600, now I have to report that as income, and we pay taxes on it. It's totally legit. All right, you can consult an accountant and turn yourself into a limited liability corporation, an LLC, or a corporation, or you can just do nothing and work for yourself. You still have tax benefits. You still get to write off part of your clothing and your gas and your expenses and things of those nature, so that you can, get a break on your taxes and what have you. But I'm sorry, Lindsay just got home, or is actually messaging me. Cool. Anyways, there's also different benefits. I'm not going to get too deep in that folks, because if you're brand new and you're just trying to figure it out, it really is, copy and paste ads, getting them out there for people to check out. And I hope that I didn't just lose the show. I'm not sure. I just got a script warning for my Flash player. It looks like I'm still here. Okay, I'm pretty much going to pop into the group here. And Amy, I see her. Amy calls me the wise owl. I always try to jump in the group and try to give you guys some wisdom and drop some golden nuggets and just share. Like I said, it's a team effort. It's about us sharing what we've already been through and what works and what doesn't work, and it's also you finding your own. They say success is not so much about the destination as it is who you become along the way. Something along those lines. Does anybody have any questions? Roland was looking for my name. I see Deborah gave him that. Deborah, I saw you had sent a message, sweetie. You're going to have to message my Facebook direct if you're on my friends list. Let's see what else here. Is there anybody else that has any questions that I can help you with while we're here? Okay. It's kind of funny, Amy. She's saying preach it, and it's like, I was supposed to have a few people on here, and we never really know what's going to happen in life. And I've been doing this a long time. I don't, we like to have 3 or 4 or 5 on here for Lindsay, and Sherry's usually here, and Lisa and Rhonda and Corey, and it's coming around the holidays, and we get it. But we like to have you see several different people, and everybody kind of tells their story a little differently, and you might find somebody that, you can relate to a little bit more so. I know a lot of, and I'm going to probably say 80%, 90% of the people that get into this are mothers. They're mothers that are at home that want to be with their kids, or they're stay-at-home moms, and they want to contribute to the family. It doesn't make sense to spend money on daycare to go out and work and make an extra $100 a week, and then when you come across something like this, like I said, we were all skeptical. So, just it's a natural feeling. I'm not saying not to feel skeptical. I'm not saying not to. We want you and we encourage you to do your homework and your research, because there are a lot of different things out there. There's a lot of different crap that, you need to make sure you're providing a product or a service. And a product doesn't have to be tangible. It doesn't have to be something you can hold in your hand. The digital products that you see out here online is they're educational products. I learned more by doing, and more by being in business, and more by running my head into the wall and making mistakes than I ever have in any kind of a textbook or anything like that. And that's one of the things that we tell all the new people. I tell them, listen, hit the ground running. Don't worry about not knowing everything. The number one thing, you're an advertising agent. If you're not putting out 50 in my opinion, Lindsay was saying 30, and I can appreciate that. I have high ambitions. I want numbers out there. I want 50 to 100 ads, if not 200 or 300 ads, if I can leverage my time and use a couple little tools that we'll teach you about that allow you to get a lot of ads out there without having to spend a lot of time. Then, you know, it's like multiplying yourself by 20 or 30. You don't have to be online for hours on end. You spend a couple hours, you get a bunch of things done, you keep an eye on it. From that point forward, once you've done your trials and once you have established yourself as an agent and you got your credit for your programs, you can use your phones all you want. You know what I'm saying? You can answer people's questions, and if you can copy and paste on your phone, smartphones are advancing at such a rapid rate. There's a lot of people that's all they have anymore. You cannot use that by itself to sign up. You have to be on a home internet connection. Doesn't mean you can't use somebody else's home internet connection but you can't sign them up as well. There's only one per household. So, for example, if you have a mother or grandmother that's not going to do anything and they have a computer at the house and you don't, you just have your phone, you can go and sign up and you can do all your trials and establish yourself there. As long as you're a real person that's checking out the trials, and you're going to give it an honest look. You don't have to keep it. 7-day trial, check it out for 5 days. You don't like it, cancel it. 30-day trial, check it out for 25 days. You don't like it, cancel it. It's not different from any other company that's out there. It's nothing new. They've been doing this a lot longer than Z&Z's been around. That's why these companies are there. Millions and millions of people are doing trial offers on a daily basis, or these companies wouldn't be in business. I'm going to sweep through one last time. How do you get 150 ads out in 15 minutes, Joe? That's a great question, Laura. It's a little bit more advanced stuff. I have a program that I use that I actually I'm grandfathered in. They changed their pricing, but I pay $10 a month. It's called Hootsuite, Hootsuite, Hootsuite.com. It's a social media manager platform. You can actually post on Twitter. I could go in there and schedule tweets to go out on Twitter all throughout the day at different times. So if I had 25 different tweets that I sat out for an hour and I said, here's 25 different things that I think would be kind of cool, or a little coin. I found this on Twitter. It said, got no scratch to get started, check out Scratch Marketing. I said, I told you, when I found this, I quit my job of 7 years. Not the brightest thing I've ever done, but it was necessary for me at the time in my growth of who I am and where I want to go and what I want to do. But I didn't have a lot of money to spend when I found this. And I seen that and said, got no scratch to get started, check out Scratch Marketing. It was Twitter. You only have 140 characters, and it had a little, a link in there to click on it. And I went to a presentation that told me about Z&Z and how I could make this cash money, and they're going to pay me the next day. And it's about companies that are trying to gain customers. That's where the money comes from. I said, okay, that sounds reasonable, makes sense, but let me, let me check this out. Let me hit this guy up. And I shot him an email, and he hit me back and said, hey, yeah, he answered some of my questions. He said, feel free to give me a call if you like. I picked up the phone. I called the guy. He was in Washington. I was in Florida. We're 3,500 miles away. And we both had real estate backgrounds. We hit it off. We started talking for a while. And he said, look, it's real and it's work. It's there. It's, if you go after it, you can make it. And I said, okay, that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to know that, there's real people that are sitting at home making real money. And I went ahead and signed up. And here I am 2.5 years later. One of the leaders of the group that's helping you guys to succeed. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just touch base a little bit more on that. Laura, that allows me to add all of my groups in also through Facebook, and I can post on LinkedIn. Foursquare is another one. There's several different platforms. I can go in there and copy and paste an ad, and I can say, send it to these 10 groups here at 2 o'clock, and then send it to these 10 groups at 2:30. Send it to these 10 groups at 2:45, and I can schedule all that. I'm copying and pasting. I'm clicking a few buttons. I'm scheduling the time. Boom, I'm going. And I can do all that in about 15 minutes. And as I go on and like and share and comment and find funny stuff, or I take off to the gym, or I go to the store or do whatever, that program is automatically sitting there working for me for several hours. I might span 10 hours worth of ads going out. I'm not sitting on a computer for 10 hours. I pay a few bucks a month, for that program. because I've taken money out of my business, I've reinvested it, and I've said, you know what, I don't want to sit here for 8 hours copying, clicking, and pasting. I did in the beginning because I was hungry. I was a student. I was, you told me I could make money online, and I'm going to be real straight with you. We were talking about this Sunday night in the training. I was ruined from it. I made my first deal with 198 bucks. I got 2 deals, and I had $198 sitting there, and I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. And it really wasn't that hard. I was like, wait a minute, I got a debit card for PayPal. I said, let's go over to the ATM and really check this thing out. And I stuck it in the ATM, and it started spitting out $20 bills, and I almost cried. And I was a grown man standing there at the ATM, and it was kicking out 20s, and it was just joy. It was like, wow, wait a minute. I finally found something that's real that I could take and work, wherever my goals are, whatever I want to achieve, I can make as much as I want. There's no limits there, and walk over there and it's kicking it out, or I could transfer that to my bank account as well, or you can have a check sent to you. I'm not really, with the digital age, my money's there. Anything that I've got coming today, tomorrow morning when I wake up, it's there. If I want to get online and pay a bill with that debit card, I can. If I want to go to the store, if I want to, go out to dinner, whatever I want to do, I can go and spend that money immediately. It's readily available. So it's up to you. You can take it anywhere you want to take it. There's some little tools and nuances for those of you that are already on the team. If you have questions, post them in the group. We'll come in there and we'll answer your questions. We'll give you links. We'll show you different things. We have tirelessly spent hours upon hours upon hours putting a training center together for you guys. This is available at your fingertips 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the internet works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Below the video here are some steps to get started. If somebody sent you here and you have some questions for them, which you should, we've covered a lot of information, get back together with them and answer their questions or ask your questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one that you don't ask. If you don't ask, you don't know. That's what our job is. We're here to copy and paste ads and provide an advertising service, and we're here to help you. By us doing that, we help these companies, we help Z&Z, and we also are able to help our families as well as helping yours. Love you guys. Thank you for the time. Have a happy holiday. You can get started below or get together with the person that you were invited with. Thank you. Have a good night.